Hi, thanks for joining the AahSheet AppSumo program. My name's Sean. I am the creator and developer on AahSheet. You will probably find me in the Facebook book group. I'm pretty active there. If you should ever need help while you're going through the training, or if you have problems running the Google Sheet for any reason, any errors, you can certainly reach out to me. I've added a link to our Facebook group here on this page, and I definitely recommend joining the Facebook group and posting in the group if you have problems, and then you and I can work on what are the next steps. But I do think adding any comments or posts to the group is helpful, so it helps everyone out. And so anyways, I just want to say thanks for joining. And I'm excited to share AahSheets with you. So how do you get started? Well, if you've gotten to this point, you've gotten access and you have access to the links that are on this page. Pretty easy to get going. There's really only 2 links on this page for the Google Sheets at this point. What we've used to have is every single individual sheet had its own individual link, and it's been consolidated down to a single Google Sheet called the AahSheet Lite, which is here. And then for the Pro version, we have AahSheet Pro. And what I've done is I've taken all the code and all the sheets and I've added it to a single Google Sheet document. And then from there, you can start accessing all the different Google Sheets. So it makes it just easier to use, faster, easier to learn. There's a lot of good benefits to having it this way. So we also have for the tier 1, if you're trying to decide if you should go to tier 2, I've got a button here for you to upgrade. So click for upgrade offer, and that'll take you back to AppSumo to upgrade to tier 2. So why do I even have a tier 1? Well, the tier 1 is for people that had asked me historically if I have a trial, and I don't. Unfortunately, with Google Sheets, once I give you access, you're just going to have access, and I don't have a trial version. So we created a light version, and we're calling this tier 1, but it's a light version. It's going to give you access to our flagship Google Sheet, which is BB Max and Blog Tuner. We also have a image bulk sheet, and then we have an AI sheet as well as a bonus that I'm giving you. And just to help educate you and teach you that the AI function is available anywhere in the code. And there's some other really cool functions, in the Pro version and in a lot of other really neat sheets. So anyways, if you decide that you like this light version, I would upgrade to Pro, and it'll unlock quite a bit more. And there's a lot that I put into Pro and the people that are on Pro. And again, really light is really for me more of a trial for you to test this out. And if you like it, I definitely would recommend going to Pro, because you're going to get a lot more with that version than you would with the light. The light, like I said, is really more of a trial version for you, and really just a lightweight part of my code. So how do you get started? There is a training video that you're looking at, which is this one. And there are a bunch of training videos over on the left-hand side. So this entire portal is a training course. But this first link here on the left, the page you're on right now, is for the Google Sheet links. And then if you expand each section and you work your way from top to bottom, I go over adding APIs, like what are APIs. We go over the BB Max training. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend you go through the BB Max training. There is a intro video and an overview. I think those will get you quite far, honestly. I've broken out individual steps. So our sheets have, our Max sheets have step 1 through 6. And I go through and I break down all the different things you can do in each step, However, the overview is a beginning to end, and I go through as quickly as I can just to show you how to get started. And I think that that's a really good place to start. I would go through the API overview, and then I would go through the BBMax training all the way to the very last step, which is step 6, which is connecting to Shopify and WordPress, and then do that last. So this go through, do the training, and then go through WordPress and Shopify and get things hooked up. The reason I recommend that is it's just going to take a little bit more time for you to invest into hooking up Shopify and WordPress. And if you just want to learn how to get started and get going, just go through top to bottom. And then once you get up to the point of connecting to your website, then go through the Shopify training and these other trainings here. So that's would be my approach. I'm going to add extra training in here, by the way. So what you see here on the left-hand side may end up growing. I may add in training for our other sheets just so that you can have access to more information to understand if it's worth your time to upgrade or not. So anyways, every section can be expanded. There's training underneath each of these. As you log in, the first thing you should see for your training area is access to your links. Now, if I ever upgrade, fix, or do anything to the code, I'm going to add that to these links. And when I upgrade the code, I'm going to email you and I'm going to let the Facebook group know. And then all you have to do is simply come here and create a new copy. The nice thing about that is if you ever run into a problem, you can always use an older version, an older sheet that you might have saved in your Google Sheets area underneath your Gmail. And that makes it really nice if we were to run into any problems. I try not to put any bugs or problems out there, but it's possible. But that does make it nice. You can always use older versions. And as I'm releasing new code and doing things, that kind of helps you to make sure you can always keep moving forwards. But you do need to come in here, create a new copy. I will try to update the date, so you always have a date available in the sheet so you can see what's the old versions versus the new versions, and makes it, I think, a little bit easier to use the tool that way. So like I said, if we do run into any problems, you always have a backup. Other than that, this is sort of a trust program. And by that, these are Google Sheet links that are open for you to go and make a copy. And it means if you share this, other people could make a copy. And I'm going to ask that you don't just share this with anyone. If you have a team or you have a business and you have people working in that business, please ask they don't share, and it's only for the business, and try to let them know, like, this is taking a lot of time and effort and energy to even build all this code. This is almost 3 years of effort, and it's already been tested by hundreds of people. And I just want to make sure that if you understand, if people are freely sharing what I've created, it will mean that I will probably find ways to start locking down code, and it's going to limit what we can do. So I really want to avoid that. I want to treat this more like an open source project where you can get access to the sheets. You can freely create as many copies as you want for you or your business partner. And also you get access to the code, which is really cool. You can go in and optimize and update and create your own integrations. I mean, it really opens up the door for you that you're just not going to get with other lifetime deals. Like they're not going to hand you the code. They're not going to allow you to do this stuff, but it means there's a lot of trust that has to go into this project. So anyways, that's all I want to say about that. I appreciate you. And I really hope you can respect where I'm coming from on this project. And, I'm excited to work with you. And beyond these sheets, I'm very active in the group. I will help you to understand more about SEO. There's a lot of education that goes way beyond just the code, and being involved in the Facebook group, I think, will be a big benefit to you. And there's a lot of cool stuff that can happen just beyond code. Code is just these flows and functionalities in code are just a piece of the bigger puzzle for making money online. So, if we can all come together in a Facebook group and help each other, I think we're all going to be successful together. And that's really what this is about. It's not about just the automations. It's about what can we do as a group. And so with that said, you need to be able to get in and start using these Google Sheets. So how do you get started? So when you click on one of these links, it's going to open up a sheet like this. And what you're going to end up seeing when you click is you're first going to see this right here. And so you're going to see a page that says make a copy. You can also view the script. So if you want to go look at the code first, maybe you're not a developer, and that's okay. You could have AI analyze this if you wanted to make sure that you're okay. If you're concerned at all about your, you taking this code and installing it on your Gmail account, create a brand new Gmail account that's fresh, that's not connected to anything. I think that's probably the safest way to do this. And I'll show you why that might be something you want to do. So anyways, at this point, you're going to land on this page. You're going to create a copy. So you click this blue button, make a copy. And this will create a copy under your Gmail account. You do need to be logged in with a Gmail account, but here's what you're going to see. And so how do you get all of this started? There's going to be a menu that pops up here next to help. And what's happening right now is all my code is loading. Now there's thousands of lines of code, so it does take a second, but now you've got this nice little menu. And this gives you access to all the Google Sheets and your the ability to set all of your different keys between your AI systems and whatnot. So to get started, you just click on this first thing, and Google is going to ask you to install my code under your Gmail account. And so it says authorization required, a script attached to this document needs your permission. That's my code, is the script. So you click OK. And what's going to happen now is you're going to see this window pop up, choose an account, and you're going to click on the Gmail account you want to connect to. Now, this is saying Google hasn't verified this app. And all that means is I have not submitted this as an extension to Google. And quite frankly, we won't be able to. Google limits how apps run if they're approved and verified, and we wouldn't be able to get the power out of a private app. So it's to our advantage not to do that, and we get some really powerful automations by not submitting to them. If we submit to them, they slow us way down. It's almost not usable. So Google hasn't verified this app. That's fine. So this is where, if you're concerned at all you have to do is go create a brand new Gmail account that's not connected to anything, and then install it. That's all this is. That would be what I would do. If you have a lot of sensitive documents in your Google Drive, because this code will help create stuff in your Google Drive, like it'll post articles that you create, things like that in your Google Drive. If you're concerned at all, just create a new Gmail account. But at the bottom here, go to AahSheet Pro, click OK, click Continue, and at the very bottom, they tell you everything that my code is accessing. And at the very bottom, you click Allow. And a lot of this stuff, just so you know, this is the users over this last year and a half of running AahSheets. They've all requested all these different things. And so that opens up the permissions. But again, if you're concerned at all, not a big deal. Just go create yourself a new Gmail account and then connect this. And that's it. That'll solve any anxiety that you might have. So at this point, check this out. If you come back to the menu and you click this first thing again, you're going to have a sidebar that's launched on the right-hand side. And then these are all accordions. So if you click, this will expand and you can start connecting API keys and all sorts of cool stuff. And then if you want to open up a sheet, you just have to go through and click what sheet you want to open. And that's it. That's it for getting started. And that's sort of the intro at this point. Is Again, my name's Sean Altman. You can reach out to me if you should need any help. Great place to go is Facebook group. This is a trust project. Don't share this freely. Let's play the part of protecting the code and joining as a group and do this together. I think that that's going to be the best path forward for this project. And I think you are going to get a lot out of it. You can make a lot of money with me focusing on using these tools and then allowing me to help you through the training process and educating you on how you can make money online using these tools. Selling my code or distributing my code is not going to get you where you want to go. Working with me is going to be way more important. And then finally, to activate the sheet, again, click the link, create a copy, click anything in the menu to trigger the Google approval process. Again, if any concerns, create a new Gmail account, and that's it. So thanks again for joining the AppSumo Tier 1. I'm excited you're here, and we'll jump right in and dive into the training. And I'll promise I'll try to keep all the training short and to the point and a little bit better than this intro, but I just want to have an open kind of hello to you as we get you into AahSheets. So anyways, we'll catch you up on the next training videos.